Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am your below average driver, Unroyal, and we ended up getting a bunch of Mustangs for this update, and I'm testing out the Dark Horse version, and let me tell you, this thing is probably my new favorite Mustang of all time, especially my new favorite A-Class car. Now, right now, I have absolutely no performance upgrades in this thing. It is all platform and handling stuff and upgrades, so gonna show you what 500 horsepower looks like. We got a Clio that was spun out right there, Honda Civic right on my tail, almost spun out there. I know we ended up getting the drifting as well, but I didn't really feel like drifting. I ended up almost spinning someone out there. I genuinely felt bad about that one. I really don't like causing any accidents, even though I didn't get a penalty for it, so the game probably didn't think it was my fault, but still, my car was the reason why he spun out. So either way, we are at, what is this, Indy? I think this is Indianapolis, if I recall correctly, going into this little left-hander here. I forgot to bring up the map again. I should really remember to do that next race, since I'm only talking about this car. But anyways, we're catching up to a Honda. He goes into my side there. Doesn't really cause my race to be messed up there. Goes into my side twice, 3 times now. Again, doesn't really mess with my race too much, but he does pick up a penalty there. Now it's just catching up to Valencia. And we started in, what, 18th? I'm already in 10th place. Well, now that this Honda that jumped the corner got around us, we're in 11th. But either way, we jumped quite a few positions here, and this wasn't even my final tune of the car. I was tuning it periodically between races, trying to make it to where I can make it as good as I possibly can. The thing is heavier than the 2024 Mustang GT, so I was trying to keep that in mind. And also, I think that's part of the reason why I like it so much, because it feels like the 69 Fastback, except with more modern technology, so it was able to be a better version of what was originally my favorite Mustang, so take that for what you will. Anyways, I'm in 9th place, taking this little right-hander carousel deal here. I forgot to count how many turns that was, 2, 3, 4, possibly 4 or 5. Either way, we had a Honda nearly lose control, Mustang GT taking it slow for some reason. That was one of the newer ones, by the way. And now we're going to do battle with a Lexus LFA, a Renault Clio, and what looks like a Supra. Either a Supra or a Celica, one of the two. Tapping the back of Barbudo there, who's in the Renault Clio. And we're going to be doing a lot of battling with him as well in this race, so be prepared for that. Going into this right-hander here, I did back off a little bit, lost a little bit of time after touching his backside there. Not intentional, it just kind of happened, you know how it goes, but looks like a I honestly don't know how to pronounce his name, but Bergen, I want to say. Looks like he's having trouble controlling the back end in the rain. I know IQs tend to drop, but he's at least trying to keep his car under control. So I gotta give him props for that one. But anyways, the power of this thing, 500 horses, that's all the thing came with, and we ended up catching up to him pretty easily. Not gonna lie. Going around turn 2 by the looks of it, he gets back around us. He did have the inside line, so that was bound to happen. Going into what might be turn 4, he's drifting it around. Seems like everyone is doing a little bit of drifting outside of drifting, so it's going to make it kind of difficult to judge where someone's going to be going. But anyways, on this straightaway, we get around them once again. Now it's just me trying to catch up to the Clio. And in practice, I know there was a lot of stuttering and all that, and apparently a lot of people are having issues with that in practice and qualifying, but in practice, I was in 2nd place, 2nd or 3rd, one of the two, so I know I have a pretty good lap time, but I didn't quite catch what people qualified in, and I know people qualify but don't practice, so that kind of puts a damper on where you might stand in competition. And Burzan looked like he went for a ram or a 9-bomb, but I'm going to assume that he was just very late on the brakes because it looked like he tried avoiding my car as well, so I'll let you guys decide in the comments. I'm going with a late braking, a very ballsy move, but had to try and find a way out of it, but either way, and we got someone that's, okay, he's just ghosted. I'm not quite sure what that, what looked like a Skyline was doing. And I was catching up to this Clio here. I definitely have horsepower on him on the straightaway. I do turn a little early, go right into him. Do got to back off there. I don't really try to take his position at all. Not my intention. Well, at least not dirty intentions, but I don't want to take a position if it's by dirty means. So either way, I do back off a little bit, slow down. Probably slow down a little too much because he did pick up about a second in gap time. But I can run a 137, but thanks to these dirty laps, that's pretty much going to be my best lap time. So just a little foreshadowing there. But either way, going into these few turns here, this little S-bend, I start really reeling him in. Never thought I would see a heavyweight Mustang outdo a Clio in the rain on an S-bend, but apparently this 2024 Dark Horse is really something noteworthy. Now, I know a lot of people prefer the GT. I haven't tried that one yet. Honestly, I heard about the Dark Horse. I played it a little bit in Forza Horizon 5, and I kind of fell in love with it there. So once I heard it was coming to this game, I kind of got a little too excited, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so this was probably my best lap time, a 137.6, so keep that in mind. Now, trying to get around him on the straightaway, braking a little late, end up overshooting this turn, end up actually going off track here. As you can see, I lose control, and I end up going right into Barbudo there. In fact, I get a penalty for that one, and that is 100% justified. I cannot complain whatsoever. I'm to the point where I'm like, where's Barbudo? Get around me, bud. Take your spot back. I don't want to take it in that method, so we both lose position due to that. To the standard Mustang GT. Again, I haven't tried that yet, but I think both of us were pretty far ahead of him. It was just the fact that I caused a bit of a collision there, and we both lost a spot in the process because of it. So, 100% my bad. I know it could have been a 4th and 5th fight, but thanks to my rather ballsy yet dumb move, I cost us each a position. So, either way, going into the final few turns here, we're both pretty much catching up to the Mustang. I do almost go into the back of Barbudo there. Had to back out of that real quick. I was not expecting him to brake quite as much as he did. Again, I don't want to cost myself any more penalties, and I sure as hell don't want to mess with his race at all. But either way, on the final lap, I do start really reeling him in. And again, I could have got around him, as don't forget, my dirty lap was a 137.6, and that was because of a small lub tap. So, with that being said, 6th place, cannot complain whatsoever. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next race, shall we? Alright guys, taking this to Laguna Seca. I do actually have the map up this time, so I can actually go around and actually call these turns, going into turn 1 here. On this little hairpin, Andrade hairpin to be exact. I get rear-ended by what looks like a small little Porsche there. That's what I get for playing it safe. I get rear-ended by a rather aggressive driver there, but either way we got what looks like an 86 having fun, a GT40 going into me. I probably turned into him, to be honest, so we'll go equally at fault for the two of us. That way, he's going to go ahead and shoot up past both of us right there. Got Famu and Trezin. I honestly have no idea how to pronounce that name, but I do end up going into the back of the 86. Lose a lot of momentum. I'm amazed I didn't get a penalty for that one either, so pretty sure I caused a bit of a traffic jam there. Going into turn 6, going down the Rahal straight. I accidentally trapped Noob Gamer here behind me and Travis Smart. Again, I have no idea how to pronounce his name, but either way, I ended up trapping him behind the two of us going into the corkscrew. Someone was making a sandcastle. I didn't quite catch who it was, though, so that was a bit of a fun bit. Got Noob Gamer behind me. Trev, I'm just going to call him Smart from now on, but Smart ended up fishtailing it, accidentally drifting a couple times there. Going into turn 11, he's going to go ahead and hit the gas. He seems to have a really good power build in that thing, so it's probably not going to be easy to catch up with on the straightaways, but I'm pretty sure I could probably catch him on the turns. Going into the Andrade hairpin, though, I do nearly go into pole 3593 there, though. I was a little hard on the brakes there. I'm not sure if you guys seen, but I think I did a little bit of skidding there. But anyways, Smart is going to go into me because I think he got pushed off by pole there. Or maybe he just ghosted and his drivatar didn't know what to do, so he was probably slightly heated there. 86 going off in the sand as well, so ended up getting 15th from him. Little love tap on the Subaru there, driven by pole there. And it looks like Smart is going to go off into the sand. Now I'm going to go in on the inside around the Subaru, and he's going to try and really force that car on the inside. Seemingly very hell-bent on not losing any positions. But anyways, going into the corkscrew, I do catch up to Smart once again. Noob Gamer right behind me. Pole managing to get around him somehow. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but Noob Gamer taking that position right back. Pole taking it, Noob Gamer taking it. Looks like a bunch of fighting between those two. He's going to go into the back of me. It seems like he was taking that corner a little too fast. But going into turn 11 here, I do get smacked by Noob Gamer here. Then smacked by Pole Gamer, who did cut the corner there really bad. Luckily, I have horsepower over him. I accidentally cut off the GT40 there. Not intentional. If you're watching this, Ariel Soaker, Saucer, however you pronounce your name, I do apologize. But not intentionally trying to block you there, but I do get smacked by Pole there once again. I have a funny feeling he's letting rage and frustration build up, because he went from driving okay to what you see now. He has dipped off quite a few times. He's gotten quite a few penalties already, so it seems like his frustration plus aggressive driving is not really in his favor at the moment. I do get forced to go sideways by Smart there. Seemed like the race was going a little too fun. He wanted me to show off a little bit. Thank you for making me get some style points there, my friend. But either way, I know that wasn't intentional. He's got a power build. It's a risk he takes every time he races. So going into the corkscrew now, I do slowly catch up to Pole here. He does have me on cornering ability by the looks of it, but I do have him on just raw power, which is kind of sad considering I had no performance upgrades aside from platform and handling and the transmission. I did put the race transmission in here, but other than that, it was all stuff that you could tune. So essentially, when it comes to the motor, this thing is bone stock, so kind of sad that a car straight out of the factory can keep up with some of these guys. Almost factory, I should say, but either way, going into the Andrade hairpin. Pole there is gonna pretty much rage quit there. He did not like the fact that I was able to get around him because he took that corner way too wide. So we're gonna go ahead and skip ahead to the last lap where Gilo, I noticed he was sliding around a lot, so I felt like I could probably catch up to him on this lap. Going into turn 3, he's fishtailing a lot as of right now. Going into turn 4 now. He dips a couple tires into the sand. He does miss the sausage curb though, so you can say that was a bit intelligent on him. Probably just very strategic. Going into turn 5, I'm really closing the gap in now. Got him down to under a second. Going into turn 6 onto the Rahal straightaway. This is where I could probably make the raw horsepower do some work. All 500 horses really doing their job. Going into the corkscrew, got to brake way too hard here to avoid going into the back of them. 13th place, rather possible here. Going through a rainy curve here. Also, looking at the map, it shows at the corkscrew, it is turn 8 and 8A. I don't know what the 8A is about, but either way, going into turn 11, the final turn, slowly but surely reeling him in. He does fishtail it there. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can catch up to him. He did pick up a small penalty, slowly reeling him in. It is a drag race, got it down to point 2. Did I get him? Let's see. I did not. That was a close race, I will say that much as well. So, with that being said, guys, let's move on to the last race of the video. Alright, guys, final race. We are at Suzuka. Now, this was heavily tuned between this race and the last one. I did have a bunch of races where I would get into practice, I would end up crashing and not in the race. I mean, the game would straight up crash and I'd have to restart my PC and all that fun jazz. But turn 1, we already had a lot of shenanigans. Apparently it's turn 1 and 2 there, but we're going into the S-Bends now. I do almost get spun out by Toretto's shop. Catching up to Putin and what looks like a Mercedes-Benz. And honestly, I have like no experience at Suzuka, by the way. I think I've raced on this track maybe 2 or 3 times in total. This being the 3rd time, so keep that in mind. Anyways, we're gonna take turn 9, or no, that's our curve going into turn 9 here. Again, I don't really know the braking zone for that one due to my lack of experience on this track. But going into the hairpin, number 11, as far as turns are concerned, we got B-Fial. I honestly hope I pronounced that right, but if you're watching this, please just let me know in the comments down below how to pronounce your name, and hope to see you on the track again. But anyways, going into turn 12 and going into the spoon curve, which is apparently 2 turns. Apparently this little straightaway doesn't count as a turn, but either way, I'm slowly but surely keeping up with Putin here. I do got power on him. I'm keeping an eye on him behind me because I don't know what B-Field's going to do. He does have me on power by the looks of it. I think he's tuned his gearbox a little bit better than I do. Either that or he does have some power upgrades in it. Either way, going into Casio Triangle. B-Field here, he does go into the side of me. I'm not quite sure if that was intentional or not, but he does give the position back to me for just a little bit. Going around turn 18, though, he does give me a little love tap and then takes it back. Again, I don't know if he felt bad for almost spinning me out. He might have just thought I was going to turn in a little sooner than what I did. Neither of us got a penalty for it, though, so obviously the game thought no one was at fault, but he does go off course there, and then I take it wide, so he decides to take full advantage of it. Takes 8th place back pretty quickly. But anyways, going into these S-Bends, I do almost go into the back of him. It makes me think that he has his car a little heavier, and he focused on performance upgrades. Again, I did make my car a little lighter. I think I got the 2nd tier as far as weight reduction is concerned. I couldn't think of the word for a second. But going through Dunlop curve here, trying to get into Degenar curve. Taking it a little faster. It looks like a, not quite sure what that is. Looks like he went into the sand though, so it gave both me and B-Field a little bit of room to catch up. B-Field though, right on his bumper, so he's got to take the corners a lot slower because he doesn't want to go into the back of Vesa? I think that's what it is. My screen's a little bit smaller for when I'm doing this voiceover, so seeing the names is not going to be the easiest unless they are just one position ahead of me. So either way, going into spoon curve now. This is where it shows that I do have cornering ability over B-Feel. So I do think he went more into the side of power builds, because he's in a dark horse as well. So, and judging by this little straightaway, it is proving 100% that he does have quite a bit more power than I do. So, goes to show that I could probably catch up to him on the curves, but when it comes to the straightaways, he's going to have me every time. But we are still pretty close as far as performance-wise is concerned. He does have more power than I do, but I do have cornering ability. So, in theory, our lap time should be around the same, if not exactly the same. But I do expect there to be small differences. 217.4, not bad at all, even though I did get a little bit of a love taps. Or no, that was an inherited lap, never mind. But anyways, going into, well, it looks like right now turn 2, judging by the map. And this map I'm reading off of is as of 2005, so if it's been updated, then I do apologize if I got some of these wrong. But going into the S-curves as of right now, slowly losing ground. I think I'm just playing it safe here. I did adjust the rear suspension, well, rear end suspension a little bit, the ARBs and the anti-roll. So I'm trying to get a feel for that as I'm driving. A little bit of a trial by fire this race is. Well, along with my racing in general. Seems like I tuned a little bit and try to let the pressure of being in a race try and dictate my driving a little bit. I can't be the only one that does that as well, because I feel like if you go into a practice track, then you kind of don't get the same feel as if you need to go fast. So either way, it looks like B-Field dipped a couple tires into the grass. Holy crap, my ability to speak is a bit questionable. And it gave me a little bit of time to try and catch up, but his power does prevail there. And he did get 6/10 of penalties, and I ended up deciding to get a 4/10 of penalty. Seems like the race officials of this particular race said if one dark horse gets a penalty, all of them get a penalty. So, either way, while there's a little bit of not going on, guys, I will let you know that I did change shifts at work, so expect my upload schedule to be a little hectic for the next couple of weeks as I try to adjust to that. But now that we've caught up, looks like Vaso Cherepov spun out Putin there. Don't know why he did that. I don't know if Putin turned into him or what. I didn't quite catch that due to my tiny little screen, but I'm also amazed neither of them really got a penalty for that one. Seems like a issue of no one's at fault, so no penalties. Excuse me there. But now I'm wondering if I can't catch up to Vaso there. Looks like Nightfall getting a lot of penalties there. Wonder how long it's going to be before he gets thrown out of the race. But either way, at the S-Bends, this is where I try pushing the dark horse a little bit. I end up going a little squirrely, so end up losing a lot of time here. Almost a half a second, to be honest. And here I go and completely butcher the Dunlop curve by dipping a couple of tires into the grass. I seem to be unable to say the phrase "a couple of tires," but anyways, going into turn 9 here. Get a little love tap from Drew Charles there. He did go off track as well. I think that was mostly my fault as far as why you went off track. I'll let you guys in the comments down below decide that one, but I did take it a little slower than normal thanks to me messing up Dunlop curve. And I think he thought he could make a move, but I probably got in the way. So again, I will take fault for that one, but if you guys say I'm not at fault, then so be it. But either way, in the spoon curve now, Vaso Cherepov. He's quite a bit far ahead, but I'm deciding, you know what, let's go ahead and try and push through. We are on the final lap as well, so let's try and see if I can't at least catch up to him, beat the spread just a little bit. Somehow, he has no penalties as of right now, so I know I need to regain the 4/10ths, at least be a little ahead of him in order to gain his position. But I figured, you know what, let's try not to get beat too bad. Either way, I'm going to be in 8th place, but he did pick up 4/10ths of a penalty right there. If I would have known that, I would have pushed my car a little harder, but we're going to go ahead and cross the finish line in 8th place. And I honestly can't complain about that one. Again, the Dark Horse is probably my favorite car as of right now. I don't really share the tunes for this because those that tune their cars will never make your car faster than theirs. But anyways, guys, pretend I said something corny here to get you a like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys next time. See y'all later.